Hey, what's up guys? Alex here with a new video, and today we're not in a studio. At least we're not starting in the studio, because today we are testing out the brand new Sigma 28-105 f2.8 lens for Sony E and Leica L mount. Now there's one other lens like this in the world, and that's Canon's 24-105 f2.8, but that doesn't really matter because Canon's lenses don't work with Sony or Leica. Today, we're going to be testing out the lens for the very first time. I actually just got it in yesterday and haven't used it. And I'm really curious to see how it's going to perform because 28-105 at a constant f2.8 aperture is pretty cool. And if this lens performs like any of Sigma's lenses, I think this can be a game changer for event photographers and wedding photographers. Talk about having one lens that does it all. So here's what we're going to do today. We're gonna do some behind the scenes, maybe, we'll see how it goes, of the photo session I'm about to do. It's a fitness inspired session here at this park. Then we're gonna talk about the build quality of this lens. And then we'll go back to image quality, review the photos we took, and wrap up my first impressions on the Sigma 28-105 f2.8. So enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and get some behind the scenes footage and check out this photo shoot. And we're back in the studio. What did you guys think? I honestly walked away, blown away by this lens. And let me tell you why. We're gonna take a step back here. I don't like zoom lenses. I know they have a purpose and there's tons of good zoom lenses out there. I don't like them. As a matter of fact, I don't own a single zoom lens right now. I own nothing but primes. This is the first zoom lens that gave me that wow factor. And I think it's because of its focal range and just the image quality. Just being able to shoot at 28 millimeters, which is pretty wide, and then going into telephoto at 105 with a constant f2.8, it's something that I wasn't expecting to be impressed by, and I walked away blown away by it. And then when you look at the images and you edit the images, they are razor sharp. They're contrasty, like it is prime level quality in a crazy zoom lens. And then when you start looking at the package and everything this lens provides, this lens is $14.99. That is a freaking bargain for what this lens is. This lens is actually cheaper than most first-party 24-70 lenses. And that to me is wild. And when you look at it for the Sony E mount, Leica L mount, Panasonic, this is a one-of-a-kind lens. I know that there's a Tamron 35-150 f2, f2.8 lens, which provides a little bit on the longer side. But this is a 28-105, and it really is a unique lens for where it sits. As far as competition, there is one lens out there for the Canon RF mount, Canon's very own 24-105 f2.8, which is 4 millimeters wider than this at 24 millimeters. And I know there's no point in comparing it because right now Sigma doesn't make lenses for the RF mount, but it is quite interesting to see some of the differences. The Canon version is $3,000, twice the price. It's larger, it's heavier, and it uses a different design. So Sigma actually chose to have an external zoom. There's benefits and cons to this. The benefit is when you're lugging around the lens, when you have it in your backpack, it's smaller, it's lighter, it's more compact. When you look at weather sealing, anytime you have something kind of extending like this, you're potentially allowing dust or things to get in the lens. So that is a con. The Canon version, of course, is probably better weather sealed because of its design, but it is a heavier, bigger lens. You need a bigger backpack, and it's just a whole different beast. When you look at the build quality of this Sigma lens, Sigma, again, they thought about everything. They actually changed their materials. So Sigma usually uses aluminum and plastic with their lenses. They're using a new material with this lens here to make it lighter. That's what makes this lens kind of special, because you see it, and yes, it is a larger lens, like it's the size of my face. But when you hold it, it's not as heavy as you think it would be. And even at its size, it's not as big as you think a 28-105 f2.8 lens would be. Looking at the lens, you have Sigma's design language, which means you have an aperture ring, a autofocus manual focus switch, customizable buttons, a declickable aperture ring, I should say, customizable buttons, 82mm front filter thread. It's a Sigma lens, and it's built like a Sigma lens, so you know you're getting a high quality build. As a whole, like I mentioned, I was really impressed. I think this is one of the first zoom lenses that I'm gonna pick up because of its range and versatility. I think if you're a wedding photographer, if you are a portrait photographer, an event photographer, and you need this range, it's hard to beat this value at $1,500. And the image quality, this is a banger. And I kind of alluded to this in my social media on my Instagram. I haven't been impressed by a lens like this in a while, and Sigma did it. What a time to be alive. We're getting such unique, cool lenses right now. And you think about some of these lenses 5 years ago, you kind of dream of having, and now we're getting them, and there's tons of other cool lenses that are rumored to come out in the coming year. And just what a time to be alive. But as always, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I am going to be providing some images so you can download and check out yourself, so you can let me know down in the comments what you think. As always, please smash the like button, please hit subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys. Peace.